By sharing the media we create with others, we are allowing others to use, learn from, and be inspired by it. Want to know how to freely share your work? It's simple, fast, and easy using Creative Commons licensing. To begin, what exactly is a Creative Commons license? Simply put, it's a license that allows you to decide how freely or restrictively you would like others to use and share your work. To understand Creative Commons, you should know a little bit about copyright. Anytime you create any kind of media, be that a blog, essay, photo, or film, really anything you create automatically receives an all rights reserved copyright to that creative work. This disallows others from using your work in ways you don't consent to. That is, any use or distribution of your work is disallowed. But what if you want others to use, remix, transform, and build upon what you've created? This is where a Creative Commons license comes in. There are many types of variables when creating your Creative Commons license, but this video will focus on the main four: attribution, share alike, no derivatives, and non-commercial, and how your Creative Commons license is shaped when you mix and match these four variables. Other Creative Commons variables like zero public domain, sampling, or non-commercial sampling plus will not be discussed in this video. First, attribution. All Creative Commons options require users to attribute your contributions or work to you. Users must do this by citing your name and providing a link to your work and your Creative Commons license. Next, share alike. Share alike requires that users distribute any of your contributions under the same licensing agreement as your original work. Third, no derivatives. No derivatives requires that users not modify, transform, or build upon your work when sharing it. That is, users must leave your contributions as you have them in your original work. The last variable for your Creative Commons license is non-commercial. Non-commercial disallows users to share your work in a way that gives them monetary gain or commercial advantage. Now, knowing these four variables you have when choosing your license, you can decide how freely or restrictively you want others to use and share your work. Allowing users to use, adapt, and distribute your work for whatever purpose they like, merely termed attribution, gives your users the most freedom when sharing your work. And disallowing users to use your work for monetary or commercial gain, and requiring users to share your work unchanged, termed attribution, non-commercial, no derivatives, is the most restrictive Creative Commons license. The first two licensing options are attribution and attribution share alike. These two licensing options are termed free culture license, as they allow users the most freedom when using and sharing your work. As said previously, attribution has only one restriction: citing you as the author or media creator. So users are free to share your work in any way they like, be that by remixing, transforming, or building upon it, and distributing it for monetary and commercial gain. Attribution share alike only requires that users give you credit by citing your name and media license link, and distribute any of your contributions under the same licensing agreement. So like the attribution licensing option, others are free to use and share your work however they like. The next four licensing options, the non-free culture for license, attribution no derivatives, attribution non-commercial, attribution non-commercial share alike, and attribution non-commercial no derivatives, are a bit more restrictive in what they allow others to do with your work. Attribution no derivatives requires users to cite you as creator and share your work without modifying or building on it. Attribution non-commercial requires users to acknowledge you as author while not distributing your work for commercial value. The last two licensing options, attribution non-commercial share alike and attribution non-commercial no derivatives, are the most restrictive of the licensing options. Attribution non-commercial share alike allows others to adapt and change your work as long as they don't distribute it for commercial or monetary gain, and they share it under the same licensing agreement as your original work. Your last Creative Commons licensing option is attribution non-commercial no derivatives, which is the most restrictive, as it disallows users to distribute any modified or built upon version of your work for any kind of monetary or commercial advantage. and it requires, as all other licensing options have, that users give you credit by citing you as author. What follows next are the simple and easy steps for obtaining your Creative Commons license by navigating to creativecommons.org/choose. First, choose which variables or features of the license you wish to include. Next, enter all of your media's necessary information. Finally, copy-paste the HTML code generated by your responses into the text interface dashboard of your media site. When you view the visual interface of your media site, you will find a Creative Commons license icon on your profile, telling users of what they can and cannot do with your work. With Creative Commons licensing, you are not nullifying your copyright, you are tweaking it so that it works better for you. Creative Commons. Welcome to a world created and shared by you.